What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Bones, Season 12, Episode 5, The Tutor and the Tussle, and... I'm frustrated. I really am. Because not only is this such a bland episode of Bones, not only are the jokes in this just mainly falling flat. I think I chuckled once out of this entire episode, and it was mainly a joking episode. Nothing about it was that serious. Not only is it some of the most predictable stuff on Bones that I've ever seen, but it ruined one of the best storylines coming out of the past two seasons. James, Aubrey and his dad. I was so looking forward to this. I was so excited to see them have to track down his dad, them have to go up against his dad, and what do we get? We get it on the outside of this stupid episode. We see he meets his father at the beginning. He talks to Booth once about having met him, and Booth kind of just shrugs it off and says, look, I would want to be able to say to my dad everything I wanted to say. I wouldn't want to leave any regrets. And then we have a final scene where he's talking to his dad at the end, and then the FBI come in and arrest him. And that's it. That's all of the build-up. Everything about his father kept in mystery. All the, ooh, your father's in town. Holy crap. What's going to happen next? I don't know. This is exciting. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? He's going to show up for one episode and then get arrested. Oh, migraines. Oh. So yeah, that story was pushed off to the side, so I'm not even going to give it the time of day. I'm going to push it off to the side, say, you know what, you fucked up that. I don't care. Sorry for anybody who doesn't want to hear that language, but I'm sorry, I'm pissed about this. That is just stupid. It is really stupid that they just completely brushed aside what could have been an epic storyline. So, let's look at the rest of the episode. Like I said, a lot of stupid jokes, a lot of stupid slapstick. We start off with this kid stealing a sign for a street. It's called Boner Street. It's called Boner. Only children. God, I can't even talk, that's how frustrated I am. Only children would be laughing at a joke like that. And so we start off the episode with Brennan laughing at that, because obviously she's a child. But they show up at the body. Apparently it's been shot with a shotgun so many times that it's actually disfigured the body. And so they find out that apparently some of the body particles have gone up into a tree. Why is that important? Is it because maybe the team's going to have to struggle to get the body parts out of the tree? Maybe that's something to do? No, it's just so whenever Aubrey comes up, he can touch the tree and some of the body particulates can fall on top of him. Oh, that's a knee slapper right there. He got body parts that fell on top of him. I swear, they're going for the lowest types of humor. You've got Boner Street, you've got body parts falling on people. Just for laughs. Who cares? And then on top of that, you got Hodgins comes in with spiders for some reason that I don't remember because I don't care. And he lets a few go. And guess what? Instead of saying something about it, instead of letting Cam know, hey, we lost some spiders, we need to track them down, he says, I'm gonna roll out of here really fast. Cam's like, what's wrong? Nothing. And so, of course, guess what, guys? She got spiders on her face. And didn't even react until Angela said something. Because, if I felt something crawling on my face, I'd just be like, yes. And then when somebody tells me, that's when I freak out, because I don't have any senses. I don't actually have a sense of touch. So I can't feel anything on my face until somebody points it out to me. Then I notice spiders crawling on my face. And what is this all leading up to? Oh, it's just leading up to a moment where Cam threatens Hodgins in a nice way, because normally she's so threatening and people are scared of her, that this time she decides to go like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel threatening. She comes in, she's like, oh, I would never just put you into a false sense of security and then wait forever to get my revenge on you. Yeah, because I remember seeing this on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Actually, I don't even want to compare it to that, because Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was actually a good show. I'm going to compare it to one of the current Disney Channel shows that I don't actually watch, so I can't think of any good. Dog with a Blog. Let's go with that one, because it's one that I know about. I've seen like one episode because it was on. I'm just like, what is this? Yeah, we'll go with something like that. That's the type of humor that belongs on Dog with a Blog. There you go. There's the problem with that one. And then we also have, apparently Brennan wants to do an audio for her own book because she hears a different version of an audio, whatever, some guy reading it, and she's like, oh, that's not how it's supposed to sound at all, so she's going to record her own. What's this all leading up to? She decides not to because the Fisher guy who criticized her work was actually really liking her work, and on top of that, has some strange sexual feelings towards her, and it was a fan fiction, and yeah, where's all this coming from? I don't know, but it all leads to her deciding not to do an audio version of it, so this was completely pointless. Thanks for wasting my time. Looking back on all of it, like, now, as it's going on, I'm thinking, this is stupid. What's this all leading to? Now that I know that it leads to absolutely nothing, it pisses me off even more because all I can think about is we could have used that time to see more about Aubrey's dad. We could have spent more time learning more about the story there. You know, his dad comes in and starts talking about a half brother that he might have, and the fact that he needs time to give him money to help support him. All of that could have been fleshed out. Instead, he tells him about it, and then Booth tells him at the very end after they've arrested him, my guys looked into it, and there's no guy that exists like that. Okay, yeah, sure, just blow by that, because that's not important at all. You know, the possibility of Aubrey having a half-brother, who cares? I want to see more about the spiders in Cam. Does she have more spiders on her face? It's like this show just doesn't even know what a good quality show it used to be. Yeah, and I've said this before, and I think more and more I'm realizing it. The writers has to have changed at some point during the show. There's got to be some point where the writers said, "Okay, we're done." The producers of the show said, "No, we're not," and they just brought in a new writing team. And probably about season 10 is when it happened, because season 10 is when the drop off started, and then season 10 ended, and it looked like that was the end of the show, and then they picked it up back again for season 11. I'm pretty sure that's probably where it happened. You know, the writer said, no, we're done, that's our perfect story, we're leaving it there, and then the producer said, no, we gotta keep going. Somebody else, go get that homeless guy off the street, he can probably write something. And that's what we've gotten for the past 2 seasons. And it's just so frustrating, you know, all of this stuff is so stupid and dumb, and the case, you know, I haven't even talked about the case yet. The case was just so run-of-the-mill boring. You know, you've got a guy who is tutoring kids, and we find out at the end of it that we find out he wanted to quit, and then we go through all this thing where at one point it looks like the company that he was working for might be guilty, the woman in charge of it might be guilty. There's a woman who is cheating on her husband with the victim, but we find out that she's creepy and just wants to torture her husband by flirting with other men. Like, yeah, let's spend time on this, please, spend some more time. Yes, bring her in as the lawyer for another person that you suspect. Please, just keep bringing her back because I want to see more of her. And at some point, it's getting towards the end. They suspect the guy's friend that we talked to at the beginning. I'm like, maybe, but probably not, because there was this one house they went to where the kid that he was tutoring, his mom was like crazy and was like, you know, he was trying to get him to go to a different school than I wanted him to go to, and was acting all crazy and stuff. And the kid was just like acting, Mom, stop, you're being a psychopath. And somewhere around there, I'm like, it's probably gonna be either her or him, right? Like, this just, if I'm going by the Bones formula here, the kid is actually the least likely to be suspected. So I'm gonna say probably him, but my second guess is the mother, because she's also crazy too, so maybe. And we find out, sure enough, it's the kid. He got angry that the guy was quitting. The victim called him like a paycheck, and then he pushed him down the stairs and died there. And so to make it look like it wasn't an accident, he took his body and then shot him there. And that case closed. That's pretty much it. It's just so formulaic again. I can't stress enough how frustrated I am that it's the same stuff week after week after week. Whoever's the least likely to suspect, that's probably who it is. Your first guess, if you think about, okay, who is least acting like the suspect here, it's probably that person. And it's going to be somebody that they haven't questioned yet. It's going to be somebody they haven't brought into the interrogation room. There you go. Simple, easy peasy. Let's move on to the next case. And more slapstick, more bad humor. It's funny because this is the second show that I've gotten frustrated and started ranting about from last week. The first one, of course, was Supergirl. The difference is, and the reason I'm so much more frustrated and like just really angry about it, is because Supergirl, it's been stupid before. I've seen this stupid before. This show is because it used to be so good. And I've said this before probably, but the fact that it used to be good makes me think, why can't it be good now? What has changed about the show to make it to where it used to be engaging and interesting and I cared about the characters. I wanted to see what was happening in their lives. Now I could give two shits. It's just so bland and boring, and the cases aren't interesting, and there's nothing about the show right now aside from some of the stories that they're not telling that interest me. I want to know more about Aubrey's dad. I want to know more about Zach Addy and what's going on with him. I want to know more about anything, any outside story, and they're just blowing it off like it's nothing. Zach Addy shows up for one episode and he's gone. Aubrey's dad shows up for a few episodes and they're talking about him. He shows up for one. He actually shows up in the episode and he's done. He's gone now. He's arrested. And unless they have something planned for him, like unless the next few episodes are going to involve him somehow, I don't see the point of all of this story, all of this build up just for this. It's so lazy. It's so, I don't even know what the best word for it is. It's frustrating is mainly what it is. I'm frustrated that they decided to spend all this time getting me invested on this one story just to say, you know what, we're scrapping that, move on. What a way to go out. It's the 12th season. This is the final season. You want to go out with a bang. You start off well, and then it's just all downhill from there. So, I guess that's it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you like and dislike about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Bones reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.